What's going on, guys? It's your boy Kev here, back with another Prizepicks video. Tonight we're going over the Thursday night football slate between the Bengals and the Jaguars, or Jaguars, as Matt would say, however you want to say it. But yeah, guys, welcome to the channel. If you're new to Prizepicks or new to the channel, let me just break it down real quick. So Prizepicks is a daily fantasy sports betting platform where instead of picking players, you pick the overs and unders on the point projections of players, and you can do it with single stats as well. So just running through here, you can see, they have Joe Burrow at 20 or 249.5 passing yards. You can say, over or under on that, depending on how you think he's going to do. And you can pair that a couple times with other NFL plays, or this is my favorite aspect, that you can take that and then switch it over to like MMA or something. And, let's go to fantasy instead of single stat for MMA and say, Devonta Smith, you think he's going to score over or under 23.5 points. And you can do that 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it's like a parlay in that aspect. Guys, if you do sign up for Prizepicks, please use code DGF. It really helps us out. And we're running a promo, as you can see here. They will give you a 100% deposit bonus match up to $100. So you're going to get $100 back if you put $100 in credit. So why not do it? It's awesome value there. But let's get back to NFL and going over some single stat stuff. So, yeah, looking at the passing yards, Trevor Lawrence, Joe Burrow, none of these jump off the page. If there's one that I like more, it's probably Trevor Lawrence below 246.5 passing yards here. The Bengals are allowing an average of 238 passing yards against much better teams. I know they played the Bears, which brought that down a little bit, but they also played some much better teams like the Steelers and then the Vikings. So having an average of under that and then playing against Trevor Lawrence is, not a good sign for Trevor Lawrence. Lawrence has looked pretty bad and has only cleared that in his first game against the Texans. Not my favorite pick on the slate, but it does make sense to me. Let's move over to rushing yards. I like Mixon here at over 85.5. Would be very surprised if he didn't actually clear this. The Jags are allowing well over 100 rushing yards per game. Mixon is averaging 22 attempts and 95 rushing yards per game. We know, even though with all the offensive weapons that the Bengals have, they love to run Mixon. T. Higgins is officially out, so you got to think that's going to make them run just a little bit more, or Mixon might catch, a couple more balls in that aspect if you think he's going to score better from a fantasy perspective. But just from a rushing perspective, I do think he's going to get a crap ton of totes here. Definitely clear 20 carries and be over 85.5 yards rushing. So definitely don't hate that. Another interesting one I just saw here was Leviska Chennault at 0.5 yards. He's got a carry in his 2 of his 3 games. And if he gets a carry, I know one, I think he got stuffed, but if he gets a carry, you're going to assume he clears 0.5 rushing yards. So I don't know. It's just kind of interesting that that's a line. It's basically, will he carry the ball or not? So just kind of interesting, something to think about. I don't know if it interests you or not, but I thought it was kind of funny. I'm not going to do too much on the receiving yards here. Just, again, not knowing how this game is going to go with, it's a 46-point over-under, I believe. These quarterbacks, both obviously very coveted and highly, talked about quarterbacks, but we still have yet to see, I guess, the boom from both of them, more so Trevor Lawrence. So I don't know how these receivers are going to do. Jamar Chase has been lights out. If you want to take him with Higgins out at over 65.5, that makes a lot of sense to me. Marvin Jones is Lawrence's favorite target. That's about it. I don't know. If you want to take those, it makes a little bit of sense to me. More so Chase at the same line, just because Chase is on an island right now. Marvin Jones is still competing with Leviska Chennault and DJ Chark, who are both very good. Jamar Chase isn't really competing, I don't think. Tyler Boyd's great, but I think Jamar Chase is clear-cut ahead of him right now, so I'm not going to go over that anymore, though. Fantasy score. I'm not going to do too much on the fantasy score, guys. The only one I'm going to touch on is James Robinson at 13.5. I do like the over here. I think game script helps him either way. I would actually prefer they find themselves down so they can use him as the pass catching back we know that he can be. We finally saw that last week in the game against Arizona, which was obviously a tough game for them, where they found themselves, in a position to pass to James Robinson. James Robinson got 6 receptions, which was as many as he had in the 2 games prior to the year. So knowing that we can see James Robinson back to that pass-catching form, it's great. I think Urban Meyer was feeling the heat that, he wasn't getting enough catches. And, even without the touchdown last week, he got 19 points. So I think that gives him a pretty high floor. I'm not saying 19 is his floor, but I definitely think James Robinson is in a smash spot here. So he can absolutely clear 13.5, whether it's on the ground or in the air. But yeah, guys, pretty lackluster slate. I mean, let's be honest here. It's the Bengals and the Jaguars. I don't think anybody's getting too up for this game, but there are a couple picks that entice me. Like I said, the James Robinson one, mixing over his rushing yards. Those are probably the ones that stand out the most, just because we don't know how this receiving game is going to go. I'm sure one receiver on either team pops, probably Jamar Chase. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. If you did like it and you want to do prize picks, please use code DGF. Again, it helps us, helps you guys out a lot. And smash that notification bell, subscribe, all that good stuff that Matt says every time. But yeah, hopefully we'll have a better slate than this Thursday night game. But thank you guys for tuning in. As always, let's cash.